ready to go.
What's up, everybody? This is That Brown Bat back once again for another mod showcase. Alright, so the last episode I showed Tiny Gamora. She's back to normal size, so don't worry about her. Tiny Gamora in not this town. This is the Toy Box Speedway map. And of course, the ground's modded, of course, because I changed the texture. But I thought it would be cool to see, you know, when you're not driving through it fast, you know, speed, what the actual thing looks like. And I had this idea, if I could make things bigger, because, well, this is actually bigger. The town hall there. So look at the town hall. Alright, so this is the one that we got, and just a little bit bigger. So I'm like, well, maybe they made it bigger. They changed the size somehow. I don't think they did, but I think it is. I think it's another model altogether. I could be wrong, but as I had stated in the last episode, that I found the only thing I could find as far as building sets that allowed me to adjust the size was the monsters. I'm not saying that's all that exists, but that's all I could find. And it removes the collision. Or better, it doesn't remove the collision. The collision stays the same size. The building mesh gets bigger, so you go right through the mesh. Because as far as the game is concerned, it's not there. So I just made the character smaller to see if that was cool, and it did look cool. I mean, you gotta admit it looked cool. But, you know, your character runs super fast, just like when Ant-Man turns little. And yeah. I am curious though. I might do that once I get the everything situated and I get the Apollo mod reinstalled. I might try that with Ant-Man and make Ant-Man super tiny and then turn super tiny. It looks so weird. Yeah, so there's a lot of different pieces in here that aren't even in the toy box. But if you want to look at this, I mean, think about that. If you made this, if you recreated this, and think about this. Alright, so you can't use the magic wand, but what you can do is you can go to spark mode. And you can't get any of these. There are, I don't know what this is. It might be a bounding box or something like that. But there's no, I mean, if I were even to put my character back here, it won't let her go back here. See, it keeps doing that. But my suspicion is if I get over here, that I would go right through the... let's try it. Yeah, I don't even think that... Oh, you know what I can put over here? I'll tell you what. This will help me check the physics out. I will put a ball here. Oh! Well, guess what? There's not physics on everything. Will the ball go through these fake pieces? Yep. Because there is no collision. So anyway, there is, I was going to say, well, look at the memory meter is probably empty, right? Nope. Because there's actually pieces in here. I can move those and I can restyle these if I so choose. However, that's not the case for the other toy boxes. Apparently it works for the Speedway boxes. Because they actually use toys that exist in the toy box. But if I load up Coruscant, the city, you're going to see something totally different. Needless to say, there's a lot of cool things in here. I mean, as far as, like, creepy stuff. These are cool. I wouldn't call it cool. It's just, you know, I don't think parents would approve if they knew that was in there, would they? I don't know. Why is this grass? Because I changed the texture, man. If you look at the street lights, they're a little bit different. There's a couple different styles in here. You have the taller ones. Man, I wish we had those trees. The taller ones are different as well. Actually, I think the taller ones you can see in the Toy Box Hub as well. Okay. Barrier. Oh. Must be a barrier there. Yep. I can't... Oh. Grappling hook. Barriers there. Can I get up here? No. Now, why would Ahsoka get in a TIE Interceptor? Because... Oh, that's the out of bounds. Yeah. Now, if we load up Endor, you can see Endor is put in two pieces, as you'll see in a second. This is where the ship selector is, whatever, in game. But the first piece is the entrance. Right here. And look at that. There's nothing here. Alright, so I don't know what kind of game magic they did, but the next one. Alright, so the Sky Dome doesn't load because it's not, they don't use the typical Sanctuary Moon one. So what I've got to do is I gotta get a flying character and then find some land. Alright, so now we got some land, and now we just put in our Sky Changer. That's not a Sky Changer. That's not the Sky Changer either. What's going on? That was weird. I'm like putting Sky Changers in there and they weren't Sky Changers. And Lando's in here somewhere. And there are some Ewoks in here. Can't pick them up. That's fine. I don't know where land. Just trust me if I can't find him. Is that him? No, it's another Ewok. But I guarantee Lando is in here walking around somewhere. Thought he would be in the entrance. Star Wars Episode 9, Search for Lando, or Episode 15. And we also get some stormtroopers that actually come out to fight. I meant biker scouts. Now that didn't happen last time I loaded this up. And they'll keep loading one at a time, or two at a time, or something like that. And of course, this is just image. There's no physics to it. And you can put bad guys in there too. You can build on this. The only thing is, now this being more complete than some of the toy boxes, yeah, so you're good with this one. As you'll see in some of the other ones, we won't be able to put, well, let's say you wanted to put something flush to the ground, you have to find the right spot. I mean, these are not toy box pieces. These are created in probably ZBrush, something like that, where they just make terrain and then do whatever they want as far as the grid goes. And there's Lando, and put stuff in it, and you don't have the luxury of that in the toy box. But oh, speaking of the toy box, let's look and see how much this world's memory it's eaten up. Oh my goodness, virtually nothing. Look at that memory meter. Now here's something a little cool.
Nothing stops Boba Fett.
The Death Star trench run, and you can see right here it looks like a city. Well, you wouldn't think of that because it's in space, and you've already seen episode 4 and episode 6 where they were on the surface of the Death Stars. So what if we do this? Put some clouds there. And now it changes the entire perception. It looks like Coruscant if it was a military base because of the gun turret. You can build on top of this. Sort of. You can't go down any further than that. That's what I mean. This is at the bottom of the level. As far as toy box are concerned. I mean, you can put stuff on these, but of course there's no collision here. And again, look at the memory meter. Virtually nothing. I mean, alright, say virtually. Absolutely no memory taken up. Because there's no toys in here. That's a toy box memory meter. So there's no toys in there. So if we put toys in there, see, it's going to go up. Alright, so anyway, you notice something here? You can't get in your ships. So, yeah, so much for fun with that. So the best you can do is just fly around. as a flying character. And if you notice, Coruscant has a trench when you see it in the movie. The Death Star is a trench. Why is that? Because the original concept for the Death Star was the Imperial City. But in 1976, guess what? You can't make that. You can't make that. George, it looks good on paper. You can't say this stuff. Anyway, we got something cool anyway out of it. Death Star 2 interior. And of course, this is where you fight Darth Vader. And you can somewhat recreate the scene. If you've... I mean, you can look out here, it's like, oh, no textures for these. Because it's just... There's no exploration here. It's just Luke and Vader confronting the Emperor and then fighting Vader, and then next scene after that, would you go back to Endor? Oh, that's right. If I remember correctly, in the game, Han and Leia and Chewie were with Luke. Man, that's so messed up. Alright, so you can actually put your boss fight spawner in there if you want, or you'd be like me and hack the thing. And I don't even need that. If I put, for some reason, Vader has logic. Any of the Star Wars boss characters retain their logic if you just put them as characters. I don't know why. I don't know. Maul does too. So I don't need to put the character boss fight spawner in there like I do with my friends. Hey, you hired me. You hired me to find your son. One of the things I didn't notice playing this game was that's breakable surface. You have nothing. But anyway, it's pretty cool. You could you can recreate the fight underneath the stairs if you so wish. Really not much under here, but you can if you want. Or you can kick the Emperor down there, or let him go down himself. Bye! Alright, as soon as you load up the Death Star 1 interior, you end up on top, so you want to do is find the entrance point. Not there, I think it's back here. Yep. Is it, yeah, here it is. So, oops. Let's try that again. Where's the entrance point? I think I'm on top of it. Alright, so I'll just drop right through the ceiling. Alright, so this is where you load in. So this is you know, better than anything that I've made. I mean, the floors are totally different than what you got, you know, in the toy box, you know, because we got see if I just put this one in there and color it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, I can't use the wand. So that's what they gave us. That's what is in the toy box. So that'd be nice if we had, you know, metal maps and all that good stuff. But we don't, but whatever. Because what it does is it allows the light to reflect better in your toy box. And I had that issue when I built the Death Star interior back in 2015. That I had to compensate so you could actually see the textures and stuff like that. The elevator actually works. Not all logic works in the loaded toy boxes like this. Now, I know you couldn't go down here. Can you go up? Nope. Am I going backwards? Or am I going the right way? The wrong way. Right way. Alright, so there's no logic on here. So, yeah. You can't manipulate that to maneuver the controls. I don't think you can go in this door. Nope. You can't go in that one. You can go in this one. This is where you're supposed to go. And that's pretty much it. Can't go on these doors because there's nothing up there. Can't go in there. And you're supposed to go through here, but no logic to open the door. So what are we going to do? Just going to go through in spark mode. Now the Falcon actually is here. You can see I can't move anymore. There's something there that, yeah, it's the Falcon. It's the only other thing. I mean, it might not be the model itself, but there's something there to represent it that's actually in the way. It has collision, let's put it that way. It might be the Falcon's collision without the mesh itself. I don't know. Now here's Big Hero 6 Speedway. I wanted to see this because you can see there's building pieces in here that are not in the toy box. Well, there's a reason for that. They're not legitimate building pieces. I don't think you can. I don't think the mouse can select them. Nope. But these textures, I did find them, and of course, if you see what this is, it's that city block, and that's of course that looks better than the original. The small cement skyscraper piece, which I replaced with the better the other windows. And I might change that. I don't know. I'm it's up in the air whether or not I leave both the Spider-Man ones or the New York City ones, or replace it with these. I mean, these do look kind of cartoony, but nevertheless, they still look better than what is in the toy box. Also, this is different too. It's kind of weird though. Style of the door. It's also weird why you put a garbage can in front of the main whatever. But what is that? That actually, the model is the skyscraper lobby. It's just skin different. And let me tell you, I think the one in Big Hero 6 looks better than this. I mean, I just don't like that green. Anyway, That's me. There's nothing else different. Yeah, there is. The texture for these are different, but I don't like that anyway. They're just going through here. It is pretty cool, the way they set it up. That trolley. Oh, by the way, in this toy box, this is as far down as you can go. As far as putting in toys. Different toys. Now look at that. See those that is the power of LODs. So I can almost guarantee that if the LODs were completely off, the collision, if there is collision, would still be there, but the mesh just goes away. It's a trick to save space in toy boxes, in games. They might not have any collision anyway, because the whole thing's barricaded off by invisible barriers. Unless I'm in a vehicle, then that's the barrier that says, no, you have to get back on the track.
A pleasure.
Alright, here's another one that doesn't load with the Sky Dome. Geonosis. And the floor right here is as far down as you can go. Just FYI. But yeah, you can use this. I mean, of course, that looks funny because there's supposed to be a wall here, so you could actually put a wall there if you want. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Even when my super duper health regen, I don't stand a chance. I need help. Oh wait, I guess I don't need help. Bye. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Rogue One. Alright, so we're on Scarif. And no, I didn't build this. This is the prototype Scarif toy box that we were supposed to get if Disney Infinity did not close down. And I haven't seen anybody post these, but if you look, I haven't seen anybody do a walkthrough. Look at this. You know who that is, right? There's no mistaking. Now, he was not a fighter. He was, you can see the joints on him. He is a regular toy box character. But it's Wilhuff Tarkin. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That is Grand Moff Tarkin. But they should have made him a fighter. But anyway, he's all over the place. But that's okay because Bail Organa is all over the place in the Clone War or the Twilight of the Republic. I'm curious to see what kind of what this would have actually been. And then there's this from Moana. Someone said, hey, we got water physics. Not really. They might have been in the game, but no. We go... I can't get up here with just a jump. But pretty much, this is it. That's it. That's it. It's cool ground for like a toy box rumble. And then we have Coruscant. Coruscant does not compute. I don't get that joke from Phantom Menace. When Qui-Gon said that and the droids were like, Coruscant? Coruscant. I have no idea what that was a joke about. Was it the pronunciation? I don't know. I don't even know if anybody even remembers that. So anyway, not all these have logic. There is an elevator with logic, but not this one. So if I'm going to get back up there, I'm going to have a flying character. Because I can't make my own elevator, because if I go... See this? That's as far down as you can go, so I can't really make my own. Anyway, let's browse around and look at some of these details. If you notice, the bottom part is like darker. Sorta. I guess not. I guess maybe it's the same. But I've always wondered, you know, like what part of the windows, because it does look like a Death Star with lights. I mean, that's what it looks like, and that's what the intention really, I guess, was. But you look down there, I mean, that is pretty decent. I like that. You can see the traffic down there. Of course, it's just pictures and motion sprites with no, not sprites, but models with no, very low res models with no collision. But it looks cool from a distance. But there's really no, I can't think of how I would build something like this in the toy box without eating up all my memory in just one building. So I do have a solution that I will show in the next video, and it's not perfect, but it looks cool. I do have well, you've seen me build sci-fi cities before, and I have new concepts, and some old concepts and some new concepts put together. If you look at the building that they gave us with the library, it's cut off like right here. Oh, you know what? I can just pull it up. Buildings. So it's definitely not even the same one. I mean, it looks the same, but it's not. It is not. I mean, the color is different. I mean, you can change the skins. I mean, the mesh is probably the same. I mean, but it's a different file is what I'm getting at. It goes all the way down. You know, so it's hard to even say, I'm going to use this. Yeah, but what about, you know, this? Where do we see this anywhere? I'm seeing a part of it right here. See that? There's a whole piece right there. But it's still not, you know, it's not the same file. It is not the same file. It's a different file. Probably used the same model, but, you know, duplicated and made bigger. Similar textures, of course, but then we have next to it, we have building B, a variant of it, but it's not the same. So anyway, I rambled on enough. Hope you like this. There are more toy boxes that I have not been able to find. Of course, there is a Rebels toy box that is probably not even close to being complete, from what I understand. So, really, is there any point of looking at it? Yeah, probably. I think there's a building there and just a bunch of hallway, but I don't know what it's called in order to get it to load up. Probably find it on some obscure forum, but until then, remember, the Force will always be with you.